Welcome back everyone to Let's Play War on the Sea in the US campaign, episode number 7. Everything's as it was in the last episode, except for the fact that I have this wildcat I just dispatched. The other wildcat is the one that's coming back without any endurance left. So this one is going to be our next scout. I want to make sure I don't tunnel vision too heavily on the Japanese cruisers, but yes, we do have a second Japanese cruiser group that we would really like to work our way through. I might try to focus more on just the heavier ships. It'd be great to get into a surface engagement. We have 71 command points. At some point, maybe in this episode, maybe in the next, we'll probably end up recruiting a new surface action group, and that'll be probably with some heavy cruisers. So we can take a look at the points. It's 6. Yeah, there it is. So if we wanted to go for some of the bigger ships, I like a lot of the heavy cruisers is the thing. I mean, I think you can get pretty good bang for your buck. Like a Portland's even a good one. I think even New Orleans, another good one. These are 22 points, so we could probably get 2 of them and then some supporting ships. Otherwise, if we want to start saving up money for the big boys, I think it's 80 for both of these. They're basically identical, even though, I mean, that's more or less, they're very similar in real life as well. So I thought that South Dakota was actually a little bit faster than the North Carolina. As far as I remember, the South Dakota was the first one that was allowed to violate the treaty, the Washington Naval Treaty. But I may have that incorrect. Maybe the South Dakota was the last one not to violate it. I somehow have in my mind that the South Dakota was allowed to be a lot heavier than the North Carolina, but by displacement, it's only 400 tons, so maybe that's not correct. Okay, anyway, let's move on. So we'll probably end up purchasing some ships, but hey, well, let's accrue a few more points for ourselves first, which is what we expect to happen in our Dauntless dive bombing attack. So let's basically just get right to it. Oh, and I guess before I do that, I need to make sure everyone has orders. There we go. Somebody's sleeping on the job. Is it time yet for us to push up the channel? The thing is, I feel like there's a submarine somewhere around here since we had a float plane. So I'm going to go back to what this guy was supposed to be doing, which is patrolling this area. Okay, just something like that. It'll be a mess, but it's pretty much just random luck where we're going to encounter the submarine. So, like, no place is favorable, so any place is just as good. Oh, it went too far, but that's fine. Enterprise is ready to launch more. Did I give an order to this? I don't think I gave an order to this aircraft here. Come on, give me. You are RTB, yeah. So let's give you something to actually do. Maybe I should go check the slot. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if that bug with the first waypoint being the turnback point has been fixed. I don't really like the micromanagement, so we'll probably give an out and back. 319 is our limit. Let's go all the way up here and just kind of examine. I mean, I want to minimize the time over land since obviously there's no way. Maybe we'll do something over here. Something over there that'll an out back just to see maybe we can spot a submarine or something, and then we can hone in our 2 destroyer group on that. But in the meantime, let's get our Dauntless dive bombers onto their targets. Let's see what we have. Okay, behind us. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same thing as it was before. Now, technically, we wouldn't have knowledge of what these are exactly. I mean, we should actually go over the target first, but we are not going to do it that way. Okay, it's the guessing game. This is everyone's favorite because it's always fun to watch somebody who doesn't know what they're doing just do their best. Mogami. Unbelievable. Did I? No, it's not. We got a second stack. I thought I was getting very, very, very lucky. But I think this one is... Wait a second. Not that one either. It's got this slight... Okay, it's the Miyoko? Miyoko Ono. It's the Miyoko. Very fast heavy cruiser. It's going to be a lot of fun to play as the Japanese eventually. So let's identify this one. Just grab anybody, any old Dauntless. Go back and target this. Identify it as the Miyoko. Fantastic. Let's go over here, see what we have. Oh, okay. So we already know. We've seen this one before. Apparently we found her sister ship. The Tones are going to be very short-lived in this world. It's apparently the Chikuma. So they didn't survive that long, it turns out. And not in this universe. Okay, what else do we have? It looks like some... Oh, this is already a destroyer? Okay. Well, let's get the... We know there's supposed to be 2 light cruisers, but maybe that was a misidentification. I am an idiot. Those are both destroyers because I was on the destroyer row. Yeah, and I hope I see more variety. I don't know if it was just a random roll of the die, some RNG. I mean, let's not try to think about what's under the hood too much. Let's try to immerse ourselves, roleplay a little bit more, but it was a little mysterious that we got 2 of the exact same cruiser groups. Now, that's also, maybe you could roleplay it as that's Japanese doctrine right now. Is this another Nagara? How the hell would you even know? Is there... Okay, we'll just pretend that this is... Wait a second. Oh, it actually told us it was a Kuma. Okay, well, we'll just call it a Nagara. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Apparently it's impossible to tell. This one's different for sure. Yeah, this one is different. Oh my gosh, it's the original guess I had, the Tenryu. Okay, very good. Oh my gosh, I've been redoing all these. Anyways, I'll go back and do it correctly in a little bit, but let's see what else we have. Looks like another Asashio. Could it be? Yeah, another thing that we wouldn't be able to tell between the Kagero and the Asashio. So I'll just say that it's another one of these, because it could be any of these. Who's to know? And last but not least, it looks like we have not a Minakaze, but something old. Okay, so it's a Kamikaze. Well, looks like it's a Kamikaze. I'll actually get this one correct. Let me pause, go ahead and think about what I want to do for my attack. Actually correctly identify all these, and I'll see you back in a sec. Okay, well, I know what we're going to do. We're going to move to the southeast, then move back to the southwest, try to get broadside angle lined up. And I'm going to keep us in Vic formation. I think that's the default right now. We're going to send a lot of people after the Yagumo. Or I don't know. I'm waffling between which one we send more people to, but let's go ahead and get this started. I might even just cut away right again because we have a lot of ground to cover. So I want to attack from the side in Vic formation because that has been my most successful run to date. So there has been some suggestions about like using line ahead or line astern as you prefer. Yeah, so I've tried this off camera. I've tried using line ahead with several in formation. The problem is that, unlike in real life, the dive bombers in this game will drop their bombs if they're in formation simultaneously, which means that if you have the lead targeting in the middle, the next one, if it's 500 feet behind, it's not quite 500 feet behind, it's like 200 because of the angle down, but the next one will drop here, third one will drop here, and fourth one will drop here. So that's the real problem, you know. They don't wait their own turn, which is why you have to break them up into individuals. And that's why I was talking about lying ahead not necessarily being the best one. It works if you're head on, if you're doing only maybe 2 in a formation, but I haven't had much success with it beyond that. So just to explain my thought process. And I should take this time to say thanks to everyone for commenting on all the videos. You probably have been able to tell that I do read all the comments. And I don't mind this back and forth where we're just sharing knowledge, everyone trying to become better at the game. You know, the best thing is, of course, check your ego at the door. If you're really interested in trying to learn the game, that's what we're all trying to do, I think. So we're about to the point where we can probably make our attack, because I don't want to actually go much further south. We'll start losing that broadside. So how do I want to do this? I have 11 aircraft. I could do a 6 and 5, but I don't want those. Those formations are just too big. Let's have 1 attack here. 2 attack, well, 5 really, but 5. attack Tone. And 9 is going to attack... I'm going to go with Tone, because that'll reduce their seaplane contingent by a little bit. Oh, 5 did not get a target? Okay, good. So 1 is attacking Yugumo. Okay, good. Alright, so let's see how this goes. Making our way in. They are going to come at a very good angle. Who's the one in the back here? Is this 5? And who's one? Is this 1? This is a pretty good organization. In fact, my only little nitpicky is I'm going to have 1 try to hide behind 9 a little bit more before they make their attack. Just because I don't want... You know, if we're going to have people intercepted, I want them intercepted off of the ones that are trying to attack the Tone, since that has the one with more people going for it. Otherwise, the approach looks good for Vic formation. That's a really cool shot. Oh, that's beautiful. Screenshot. Alright. I know that it's fun to watch the Americans, but it is just way, way cool to watch as the planes come in. Tons of flak. They're making their runs. And now there, you can see it here. They're all dropping their bombs exactly at the same time. So we have ordnance going down, ordnance coming up. So, here we go. Oh man. Whatever just happened was a big enough explosion that it chirped my computer. My computer can handle a lot. So we had a little graphical whatever there. But that is a stupendous first hit. Really stupendous. Okay, so let's see how the rest goes. Let me also, just because I'm really interested in trying to save these guys as much as possible, have them start climbing as fast as possible. What is going on? Oh, I thought this was fixed. No! You lied to me. Okay, so they're going north. Can we turn you? Oh, what? I don't know what's going on. But okay, don't make that mistake again. Oh my gosh, a second group. Another burst. And here, the bombs are inches from... Just inches. Oh, we can actually see them. They're about to hit. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh man. Fireworks going off. Okay, so it looks like 11. What the heck are you doing, my friend? Just get out of there. Get. Go. Save yourself. Did we lose anybody yet? Yeah, we lost 9. We lost 11. Oh man, we did lose 11. And it looks like they're circling back. Oh my god, pause is not working. I hate it when pause is not working. Okay, so let's get these. Oh, please. I'm not going to give any altitude orders. We're going to have taken a lot of losses here. You know, it's funny because they said that bug was fixed, but all evidence to the contrary, unfortunately. And it's going to cost us some of our dive bombers. If you're wondering, it's actually costing us 2 so far. Because 2 went north. Actually, one of them went north and was shot down, and one of them that I wouldn't have had to maneuver like that, 11. 11 only got cut up there because I had to manipulate his, his group. See, I mean, 9, 10, 11 is the one that bugged out, and we can see 2 of them are dead from that. I don't know, I think one of them would have died anyway. So, it's not like a enormous difference. And we're still very, very happy with these results. Oh, Lord. Oh, avert thine eyes. Oh, my gosh. She's attempting to put out the fire using the... Did she just sink her? What the heck is going on? I'm not sure I want to watch it. She just sank her! Well, Tone's sinking now. Okay, I mean, maybe she was already sinking. I don't know what's going on. Maybe not the best thing to show off if we're trying to support the game. Yeah, it still has some issues. I think the AI just in general, it doesn't really know how to act. It doesn't know how to react. But let's take a look at what else is going on. Let's see. So the Tone is done. Mission accomplished as far as trying to clear out the skies from enemy seaplanes. What is going to happen now with the Yugumo. So she's still on fire. I think that she's going to be okay. Let's actually go back and look and see how many bombs that she took. Okay, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Now, it doesn't tell us which one of these are the 1,000 and which of them are the 100-pound bombs. I also would really like them to... I guess it might be too much for them to do. I mean, they have a lot of other things. They have a lot of other fires to put out, to use an in-game analogy. But eventually, if they can get to some damage control, it'd be nice to have near misses cause damage, because in some cases, those actually did more damage than direct hits. And the Tone actually was hit by about the same number of bombs, which just goes to show you that they were probably hit by more 1,000-pound bombs. Unless, maybe, hey, I don't know, maybe that ramming action by the light cruisers, you know, played an important role here. I love to see the smoke. It'd even be great to see it. You know, the smoke isn't going to dissipate that quickly. You should be able to see it from really far away. This is just something else, though. And the graphics in this game are, man, they're just a huge selling point, in my opinion. Well, we'll let her limp along. I suppose I should have grabbed one of my Dauntlesses. So here, you can come back. Oh, I need to make sure we don't crash into the ground. Is that something? Oh god, I don't want to bug us out. Just gonna give them orders. I don't know who's available. So 4, you actually should be... So apparently that happens when you give orders while you're paused as well, which I'll try to avoid. But so far, still only down 3. Nobody else has run into the land, and looks like they're all climbing nicely. Yeah, so what is going on with 2? Did they turn back as well? This must be 1 then? Yeah, 1 and 2 are just circling. That's also okay. But we'll have you guys circle up over that way. And 4 is not damaged, so she's a good choice for us to go back. And look at that, we can see over there, very clear, the Yugumo. We'll just head her way. And, you know, maybe it's a good time for me to cut away here. We can come back and see what kind of damage... Oh, the fires are still going, though. It's really impressive. She is actually having a hard time. Yep. And she put out 1, but then another one has begun. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and pause here, but I'm going to keep my eye on the prize here. And I'll cut back if anything interesting happens. Well, I cut away around 1640, and at 1653, I'd like to even say that probably like a minute in the game is probably worth 10 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes, in like a historical or realistic environment, because you don't put out fires that quickly, but you know, the game makes things happen a lot faster, so we don't waste our time. Anyhow, that's all just to say that that fire was burning for a long time. I fully believe that that's the longest fire I've seen burning. It was just going for a very long time. So, we'll leave in another 10 seconds here. We'll leave her to, looks like maybe her rudder's jammed to port. Okay, so heavy damage to the Yugumo. The Tone is sunk. It's given us another 15 points. That's fantastic. And that's what I was talking about. So, for the love of all that is good, I really want to land Task Force 7 before anything else happens. However, that said, we do actually have the Avengers ready to go. And it's hard for me to not send them out. So, I will send them out. Eventually we're going to have to go back and rearm to get our aircraft back. But until that happens, I mean, it's wise to use them for all they're worth. Oh my gosh, RTP. You're no longer any use to me. Oh. Oh. Okay. Retask. Okay, Triton. We got a lot. This is... Holy cow. This is very big. They're going for Renal Island. Okay. So, 2 heavy cruisers. Priority target number 1. Set your course away. Although, if we can take out the heavy cruisers, obviously every torpedo is going towards a heavy cruiser. If we can take them out... Yeah, I was even thinking about trying to recall these submarines. How did they slip through? You know what? This is what we spotted so long ago in the Solomon Sea. They must have just... I love the cat and mouse. I mean, I can't emphasize it enough. And last episode, I was like watching the video again to make sure there's no mistakes, you know, just post-editing, that kind of stuff. It was so cool that I was able to follow the enemy airplanes. You know, I kind of glossed over it in the middle of that video, but afterwards I was thinking, that's so cool. I'm employing tactics. I mean, we all know them from Midway, but man, it's just so cool. So this Wildcat one, yeah, we have to ignore because obviously we do not want this to go invisible. So we will ignore. What is this Wildcat going to do though? I think it has to just sit on the target. And we'll have to figure out what we're doing. Well, the Avenger's going to go over there. If the Wildcats want to participate in the attack, that wouldn't be bad. Strafing merchant ships makes a lot more sense than strafing pretty much anything else. So, yeah, you're kind of an emergency defense force at this point. We're going to send you up with a carrier. We may have to do this, you know. We may have to just roll up our sleeves and attack on the surface. Okay, your RTB, and I mean the best would be to try to get the Triton into the action first, but the odds of that I would say are extremely small. Okay, so where are they going? I don't think that we're gonna have... Yeah, I think this is what happens. Okay, into the world we go. Okay, wow, right in the middle of us. Let's take a look at what we found here. So a lot of merchant ships, and those are not our priority, although they would be normally, but... Oh, it's really close to nighttime, though. And, oh my goodness. Well, they're just using all their good stuff. I was joking about this with Wolf earlier. Like, what happens if you actually get them to run out of ships? It might be possible. Okay, and then they have 2 destroyers leading the way, and they are... both good destroyers. Oh, man. Okay, well, they are doing the single file. They're not doing double column. I think this is going to make our run a little bit easier. So we just need to approach from one side. We're already on one side, but we know we're going to have to drop. So I think what we'll do is set the Avengers, pretty much send them just straight back. And I can't do this, but as soon as we unpause, I will lower the altitude. Now as far as the Wildcats go, I'm going to have them kind of patrol overhead, because we want them to engage at the more or less the same time, probably a little bit before. You know what, I don't want to do that. Let's just give orders like this. Make sure their heading didn't go to 000. Yeah, just kind of wiggle back and forth. That should give me time for the Avengers to get in position. And then I should, right now, just pause the video, and I'll do my identifications. Alright, so we got some juicy stuff. It also called to mind the fact that I said Yugumo, when I didn't mean Yugumo at all. Yugumo is a destroyer, because we do have another Yugumo that we're facing off against here, and I think I may have misidentified the Yugumo, because that one's more distinct. It has the 3 torpedo tubes, so I may have... Oh, no, this is the Akatsuki, sorry. The Yugumo is one of the more generic ones. Otherwise, we have a Takao and a Mugami. So we've seen pretty much all the different Japanese cruisers at this point. Oh my gosh. This is a very, very scary fleet. I mean, take away the cargo ships from this, and this is, I would say, these are some devastating destroyers. I don't know why I'm fixating so much on the destroyers, but this Akatsuki is just so terrifying. 12 torpedoes, long lance torpedoes, and then it has good gun armament as well. It's fast. Well, 34 knots is actually slow. Let me take that back. Are all the Japanese? It's like their cruisers are as fast as their destroyers. Okay, so we know what our plan is, though. We're going to unpause, let the Avengers get into position, and then we'll do the strike. So, wheel away. And now that you're turning, hopefully this is an okay time to ask you to adjust course maybe a bit. I mean, adjust altitude. Don't bug out on me, please, I beg of you. We'll take them down to 760. Sounds okay to me. And then just watch the Wildcats wander about. Avengers won't take that long to get into position, so I want the Wildcats lined up for stern to aft run. The Avengers are actually pretty much okay to go, so let's start lining them up. Can you just turn a little bit left? Get back this way. Wildcats are spinning in circles, waiting for me to give them another order, I think. No, it might actually be a little bit too early for them to give their turn. So, we'll do something like that. But the Avengers, oh, almost look good. Almost. We almost got it right. I'll have these guys come over and then move against Mogami, I guess. Okay. It's okay. So now we can probably give orders to attack. Group 1 is going to attack the Takao. And Group 5 is going to attack Mogami. We'll take control of the Wildcats. Have them target here. And go ahead and move on in on your gun run. In fact, very quickly if you might. Since apparently the Avengers are going to be getting there around the same time. Alright, and now there's nothing left but to watch and wait with bated breath. We sent the group of 3 in first. Normally I wouldn't like that because I would like to maximize the number of torpedoes we're going to get off. I think I sent them in first. Yeah, I did. Somewhere back here, there's the other group. They're so low to the waves. You can see how it would be difficult to spot these torpedo bombers coming in. Although that wasn't the case at Midway, where everyone spotted them. Anyways, moving in. I like this angle of attack. It's pretty much perfect. The AI, kind of unfortunately, does not do any kind of dodging. So we're expecting this to be an easy attack from the perspective of landing a hit. Anyway, here we go. The first group is taking fire. Lots of it. Dropping fish into the sea soon. Get out. Oh, wrong group. Oh no, but it was after. Did they get it to the torpedoes off? You got it. Wow, awesome, heroic. They got the torpedoes off first before they were dropped, like almost simultaneously though. Okay. Some speed. Try not to pause because we know how that can go. Oh no, we're gonna lose a Wildcat even. It looks like the... Oh man, look at that. Looks like the cargo ships themselves have a lot. Oh, Mogami was struck by 2 so far. Let's get over to the action, Tortuga, come on. First of all, let me just get this Wildcat. I mean, thank you, mission accomplished. I don't want to micromanage you, so be on your merry way. And now let's get to the main course, which is watching torpedoes hit. So 2 hits on the Mogami so far. Oh god, both duds. Oh no. And so far, oh my god, 0 and 3. Wow. Okay, look it. 35% is one thing. 100% dud rate, not quite as good. Okay, they're making it up. 3 hits? No. I mean, that is some crazy bad luck. We're getting really, really, really bad percentages here. Both Wildcats ended up going down. Man, the AA on these transports is just probably way too high. That's pretty intense. So 2 Wildcats won't be coming back, and neither will 1 of my 7 Avengers. I mean, assuming that even the 6 of them get out. But that looks to be the case. Yeah, they're both pretty far away now. Now the only thing left to see is how... I mean, it's only 2 torpedoes. It's really not much. That's really not much. That is not good. This is bad. 1, 2, 3, 4 of our 6. 67%. Almost 70% of our torpedoes were duds. It should have been 35. And it was double that. Double the duds. Well, that's a frustrating thing. I'm sure that the Americans felt exactly the same way. But don't mind me if I just curse the sky for a moment. Oh man. And this is extremely dangerous. These ships are nearing Fennel Island, so this is Rennell Island, sorry. Well, we'll let the smoke go, but yeah, they're gonna put that out pretty easily. Okay, well, what's the next step? I'm not sure. They seem to handle that really well. Heavy damage, but only moderate flooding. So this is like the best shape that an enemy ship has been in after torpedoes. Oh, we actually did do minor damage to her. Okay. But lost 3 aircraft in the process. Well, I really am missing the Dauntlesses now. I hope they hurry home. We won't be able to launch them now until morning, so I think it's going to be up to my destroyer. And unfortunately, she's going to be up against 2 very deadly Japanese destroyers. The only good news is, at least we're going to get there first. So let me make sure that we're all doing the right thing. Angle that way. And your course is so slow that maybe angle this way. Okay, RTB, RTB. And none of the Wildcats made it out of that. Aircraft is ready to... Our Enterprise is ready to launch. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't think it's possible, but I will happily launch... Oh my gosh, they launched. What? Okay. Well, we'll do this. They just need to patrol the area until... Oh no, I have to do this? Okay, well, this is a nothing encounter. It's the Avengers against a float plane. So let me just skip this and come back. Interestingly, the Farragut and her sister ship were brought into that battle. So that means that they're... And it's weird that they were, because they're obviously a lot further away than the Enterprise. So I'm not sure what the effect of that is. I fear it means that my Avengers won't be able to do anything as far as any further combats for another hour. So we'll just note the time, 17:30, and then we'll know that when it comes to 18:30, that's when we can start engaging again. Which might be the time the Dauntlesses get back. Oh. Wait a second. I guess I don't need to know what this is. I know that I exactly want to do this. I'm just surprised. Could this be another? Well, it doesn't matter what it is. This is what we're going to have to attack. So 35 minutes into it. I hate to... Man, we're really on the edge of it. Let's get into there and just see what happens. So I can always just cut away at the... Basically at the middle of a battle. Although I hope not to do that. Yeah, this is actually it. Well, in order to speed things up, I guess I'll go ahead and start identifying. Guys, did I misidentify? I hope I did. I mean, for a lot of reasons, I hope I did. I hope I did first and foremost because misreports and like fog of war is just so important in this game, and because it's just, when you hear about real life, it's just so, it plagued both sides so severely. Anyway, what I have here is an AOBA, but I don't remember seeing an AOBA in the last one. This is extremely confusing. Is this a second fleet? Anyway, this is, you're just getting my gut reaction here. Okay, let's look for signs of damage. On either of the cruisers? I guess it would have been... There's no signs of damage. Oh crap. I think we're looking at a second invasion force. How? Oh my gosh. Well, look, at the Enterprise has lived up to her money, her value, but yeah, I guess I could have, instead of getting an Enterprise, I could have gotten 3, almost 4 American cruisers. And it appears to be the route that the Japanese have taken. This is really scary. Okay, so we're probably going to send every single Avenger all at the same ship at the same time. Godspeed to them. But let me finish my identifications first. But I don't know. I really hope I just misidentified. Because I was like, no, there was a Takao, right? But this is the Furataka, or the whatever it's called. The, yeah, Aoba, which, oh, Kinugasa. This is a Kinugasa. Alright, let's identify her as such. And then I'll continue making my rounds. I'll see you back after my... after I'm so exasperated. I'll come back. Hopefully I'm a little bit more calm. Yeah, not calm. Not calm at all. This is a Furataka. We did not see this. This is definitely a new fleet. It's a little bit funny because we probably wouldn't know that in real life. I don't think that we would know that. So this is a big holy crap moment. Oh my gosh. I don't really even need to identify the rest of these because they're just merchant ships. We aren't going to be doing anything with them. So let's just begin our attack. Now, oh my gosh, do I even want to engage this group? If I engage them, should I just go for the merchant ships? Should I go for the destroyers so that my submarine has a chance? Oh man, no. I think you just got to go for... We got to stick to the playbook here, which is move alongside... Move alongside, and then we'll give both orders to attack the Aoba. Hopefully we can take her out. This is brutal though. This is not what you want to see. Okay, let's also get our dive bombers down to dive bombing or torpedo bombing altitude. Or torpedo bombers to torpedo bombing altitude. Man, this is insane. I don't know how we're going to do this. The odds are certainly stacked against us. So no, we're not interested in the Furataka now. I really am interested in this Aoba. If we can take her out, I mean, we still have the Kinugasa. I mean, oh my gosh, the Furataka. I don't know how we're going to do this, but... Well, I mean, it's going to start with one little step, and that first little step is let's get, hopefully, a kill on one of these ships. Alright, 1, move in. 5, move in. Okay, here we go. The treacherous approach. Good spread on our on our torpedo bombers. Just take out one. Just give me one. And we're gonna run over the 40-minute mark for this video. It's a little bit long for me, but I think this is. It's hard to pull away at this point. Flag is starting up. And these poor Avenger pilots have just been going home, picking up torpedoes, torpedo bombing. Going home, picking up torpedoes, torpedo. I mean, they have just been worked. Fatigue probably setting in. Anyways, adrenaline, I'm sure, has overridden that at this point. Here they go. Torpedoes away. Torpedoes away. Please, no duds. Damn you. No. Last one. Okay, well, let's see what happens, though. Whoops, got the wrong one. Okay, we're gonna miss with one of these torpedoes. Please, no duds. Oh my god! Okay, we got a hit. 2 more are inbound. We missed with 2 of them. Okay, we got 3 hits. Thank goodness. I'm just gonna pretend that the other 2 were gonna be duds anyway. So what's our sit rep here? We're back to the good old days. I think that this is a good strike. 3 torpedoes, probably not going to sink the Aoba. It didn't before. It probably won't this time either. But this is a good start. This is definitely much better than our last attempt. Okay, well, I mean, she's actually taking on water rather quickly. No, then suddenly the fires are stopped, the fires are going again. I mean, that is a pretty heavy list. Yeah, I mean, her port side is almost in the water. Fires are raging. I don't think it's going to kill her. Maybe the damage control parties are counter flooding. But I will cut away here just to see what is the final fate for the Aoba in this battle. Well, as it turns out, the Aoba is going to survive to fight another day. It's a very severe list, but unfortunately not enough to do her in. So we'll have to think on our feet. I mean, this is... What are we going to do? Well, I don't know. I really don't know how to solve this problem. We're going to have to survive one nighttime and then just very quickly release our dauntlesses against one group, hope we get some kills. I mean, we need something. Is it time to bring in, like, the Atlanta as an offensive cruiser? She's not, but she could take on other destroyers, that's for sure. This is a tough one. Well, I think we're going to wrap this one up here then. So, until the next video, thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe, and take care.